The other day I had a vision that had me so shook, but it was in a very difficult time for Uncle Mike and I's life, and only just this morning did I get nudged to share. Our dog Lou was not doing good in the beginning of January, and we had just taken him to the vet because he was failing. We hadn't slept very well, and we were in the exam room with Lou. My focus was completely on my 16-year-old boy. They took Lou back to do the tests, and I was tired. I told Uncle Mike, I think I'm just going to close my eyes for a second, Kay. We were sitting on the little bench in the exam room, and just like it happens when I get these visions, the second I closed my eyes, there it was. Now, I've had this gift since 2021, and I can't count how many of my visions have come true now. It'd been a minute since I'd had a vision, and this one, I'm just going to tell you it. The second I closed my eyes, I was taken to a place by the sea. I could smell the sea. When I'm in these visions, I can hear, smell, taste, know things. I was standing on a dock. Just before me are little children. I would say anywhere from 4 to 6, maybe 7 years old. They were Hispanic or of some different nationality. They had brown skin, and some of them had long, greasy hair. But this is what was weird about this. They were dressed in mermaid costumes. Not like, I don't know how to explain it, the kind that you can walk in still when kids play dress up. And instantly, I knew that they were under the impression they were being taken to Disneyland on a fun trip. And instantly, I knew they were being lied to. Not all of them had these little mermaid suits on, but 3 or 4 did. They were standing on a dock getting ready to get on a ship. This is the hardest vision. The next thing I saw, I was on the ship, and there were bright colors. Then suddenly there was a seat before me and a man with no shirt on and gray hair. Who this man was, I don't know. But instantly, as I looked at his face, it started to change, almost like a movie reel, like faces changed. Same shirtless torso sitting in front of me, and it seemed like same gray hair. I mean, different styles of hair, but it was always gray, and it was always a white man's torso. In the flicking, changing of the faces, they were just staring dead in, but their eyes were just soulless, hate-filled. And then, in the mask of all of these various faces I saw that I didn't know, I saw 3 that I did. I saw Clinton, I saw George Bush Jr., and then there he was, I saw Epstein. And when Epstein's face came on, everything changed. Because when I saw Clinton and Bush, it was so fast. I was like, wait, what? But when it was Epstein, it was pure evil. No, I mean pure evil. It was like I was looking at Satan himself. And he looked at me like, all I could see was like oiled up, gross, white man, hairy chest, torso with the face changing. But when it was Epstein, it all made sense. And his face stayed the longest. Probably a little longer than I would have liked. And his hair almost looked like Einstein's at that point, like messied. It had oil in it. It was as if he said, what are you doing here? Get the out of here. I was shook. With my visions, I have learned that if I move my eyes even slightly to look to the right or up or down, most oftentimes I'll lose the rest of the vision. It'll go away. Do you know how hard it was for me to just stare him dead in the eyes, knowing that if I looked away, the vision would end? I could hear a lot of children. I could smell coconut oil, and I could palpably feel evil. Those little children were under the impression they were going somewhere fun. On a boat, on a big boat. Many pretending to be mermaids. Dressed up in play clothes, like dress-up clothes. The level of evil I felt in that vision, I cannot explain. And the number of faces I saw, one right after another, on the same torso, but 3 I recognized. And the last looked like Satan himself.